Greetings and salutations. Welcome back. Another day, more Overlord. Anyways, let's review since the end of last video. It was storming really bad here, so I didn't really get to go over everything as in detail as I wanted. We unlocked promotions. We got B ranked with our renown, which means we are able to promote people. And the first person we promoted, I tried to promote someone in all of the active groups to kind of raise the power of every group some, so it makes it really kind of nice. In the most cases, you want to just kind of promote whoever you want. There's no real up or downside to be like, oh, you have to promote this person first or that person second. The game's not so difficult, even on True Zenoiran, where you need to promote specific people to win the game. You can just have fun with it. So I did one person in every group. And in the first group here, I did Leia first. And the reason is that I wanted to help this group up against armored units. Right now, we only have Virginia with Iron Crusher. And it only ignores 50% of the defense up against armored units. So, for example, Hodrick, he has like 40-something physical defense. So by ignoring half of it, they still have 20 physical defense, which is quite a bit. But compare that to getting this sword, where we do a magic attack. Hodrick has 1 magic defense or something like that. So it's much easier to just use a magic attack. So I promoted Leia first to give her a second sword, where she can use a magic attack. And this will really help this team shore up their weaknesses against armored units for damage output, which is really good. This group still doesn't really want to go against casters that much, but I mean, my back row is pretty tanky, and I guess, I mean, the lowest magic defense is 18 here, but with a lot of casters, we just don't have the self-sustain on our group to really handle it. So that's all. Yeah, and with my stuff here, like, I got Maiden's Hammer last time and things like that. So, but that's why I promoted Leia first. In this group next, I probably will promote Virginia, just to give her additional upfront tankiness and defensiveness. And I'm going to try my best to spread out the upgrades so we're not just fully upgrading one group, because if this group gets fully upgraded, I mean, they're just going to be better than like any other group. So we try to do our best to spread them out. In the next group here, we have Rolf's unit, and we promoted Bruno. And I almost never do this early where I promote someone like this, but I never used Bruno before because I didn't think he was that great. But he's now just basically a huge tank. With 4 passive points, he heals for 160% of his life every battle. Which that is going to, really, really increase the bulkiness of this team, where I shouldn't have to worry about them as much. His skills, like if we look at it too, I mean, he has some pretty decent ones. Mounting Charge, this is another one where like he can just keep healing if he needs to. So I could have this as well. And then Grand Smash, this is the one that I'm excited to get. There is a character later on in the game where they have all the same things as this. He's basically the same thing. And I use Grand Smash a lot. It's really, really powerful. So this is going to be Bruno's offense later on in the game. Wide Smash is okay. Like, it does 200 potency at max HP. Whereas Grand Smash is 150, but it hits everything, the entire enemy team, instead of just the front row. But I just like Grand Smash a lot because, yeah, it ends up being really strong. But yeah, bulk up, wide counter. I'm not using wide counter. It's here, so like he could get hit, he could counter, hit the whole row, but it is a lower hit rate than Wide Smash, and his role in this team is not to do damage. His role is to soak up all the damage that happens. So currently, my damage is Rolf, Berenice, and Auk. None of them heal, so Bruno's on his own for healing, which is why I promoted him first, so he has extra wide, or bulk up potential. And then you have Berserk here, which this is, you consume all of your passive points to grant 1 active point, and then you survive 1 lethal blow. think this is okay. You set it up to basically only cast when you have one passive point left. So that allows you to get another attack in or something if you really want it. Down the road, like, I don't have it on him yet, but these blue spectacles, they're probably going to go away eventually. I know his accuracy will take a hit, but honestly, I will probably give him, there are some, so like the Vitality Talisman is plus 10 HP. There are some other 8+ HP items later in the game, which give significantly more. I think like plus 20, plus 30, and there's one that's like plus percent as well. And he's probably going to get one of those to really make his self-healing super, super big. Like, we see the enemy Berserkers and Gladiators when they have 140 HP, and it's just like, it takes so long to remove them from the field. Once we get our own having that much, it'll be pretty fun. So, in Oclis's unit, we promoted Chloe first, and she currently, this creates a problem in this group, but we'll fix it eventually. This is probably going to be where my next promotion is. I'm going to be promoting Yana next, most likely. And the reason for that is if we look at how many buffs we have Albin, who has 1 buff. Chloe now has 2 buffs because she has 3 passive points, and Yana has 3 buffs. So we have 6 total buffs. The problem is we have we only have 6 attacks, but I think how I have it set up, Keen Call, but we have 5 of those attacks are on Albin, Chloe, and Oclis, and my Keen Call is only going on Caster. So I could change it, but I like Albin getting Magic Conferral. We could change this Caster to Infantry, but basically it would ignore Oclis, and it would go on Yana and Albin. And that would work, so they both get guaranteed crits. The problem with that is then your Magic Conferral, 2 would go on Chloe and 1 would go on Oclis, and then Powerful Call would go on Oclis. The downside of that is I lose the AoE of Rolling Smash here, or Rolling Axe, gaining all that magic damage, which that's pretty powerful. Yes, guaranteed crits are really good, but if we're going up against hoplites or fighters, we really would prefer the magic conferral, because that adds magic potency to every hit of Rolling Axe. So we see here, this is a 40 physical potency. Magic Conferral adds 50 potency to the next attack. Well, this is considered an attack. It hits 3 times, so that adds a lot more than just 50. So it's really, really good, and it hits multiple targets. Whereas if the crits would be better against weak or physically defensive units, but against units that have good physical defense, the Magic Conferral is better. So until Yana gets promoted, Keen Call is going to be a little wasted here, but I think that'll be okay. We didn't promote anyone in those units, so we did units, these bottom ones. We promoted Adele first. He's just more offensive than Clive. It's literally the only reason I chose him first. So he just does a little more damage. And yeah, that's it. It's not like they gained anything yet. He doesn't gain any new abilities to level 20 and 25. And it's very likely I'm not going to even use Knight's Pursuit. Although you could do it, it's not generally needed. The 50 potency is nice if you can hit a full column, but Cavalier Call, generally speaking, is going to be stronger, especially if you get any Assaulting Lance procs where you get to attack again. Being able to attack another time with the additional plus 20 is going to be stronger than getting 1 pursuit. In Renee's unit, you might have thought I was going to go with the Griffin Knight first. It would have been really, really good. I mean, anti-cav would have been even better, but I went with Miriam first. And the reason for that is I run into the problem with Miriam is she is fast enough, like 20 initiative. I mean, we attack generally before the enemy goes, and then we just have no follow-up heal for the group. So if the group isn't injured before Miriam's turn, she never heals until we go into the next battle, which becomes a problem in we're planning on avoiding all the damage, otherwise we don't really heal that well. So I upgraded her first, so she gets a second round, and that should allow her to use row heal a little more often. Taking a look at her upgraded stuff later, she gets Saint's Blade, which this is just a better version of Hache. It's really funny why they do this. So Hache gives you 1 passive point. If it hits, it's 100 potency. Saint's Blade attacks an enemy. If she's at 100% HP, or if she's not at 100% HP, it'll end up doing 100 potency. So it's just as good as Hache. But if she's at 100% HP, this will do 150 total potency over 2 hits. And it grants the user 1 passive if it hits. So it's just literally better than this in basically every way. There are some very fringe cases where, technically speaking, it's really high physical defense units. You want 1 harder hit because you're more likely to overcome that defense. But if I'm being quite honest, if she's attacking an armored unit, she's doing less than 5 damage anyway, like Hodor. She's not hitting them for any amount of damage. And so Saint's Blade isn't going to do that much more or less than Hache. And it just will generally do more. So I'm really excited once we get to this. Holy Guard, this is just like Joseph's Holy Guard, just her guard mechanic and prevents debuffs. And then we have Row Barrier, which we'll get pretty soon at level 20. This is where we can protect the entire row from magic. And like Magic Barrier, just really, really good. Row Barrier just blocks all the damage and negates all afflictions. So this one will have the condition of if our row is attacked, she would use this. And then I gave her Pursuit, and as we see here, I did it when there's no caster enemies, she can use Pursuit. And the reason for that is if there are no caster enemies, we kept running into the problem is that she would just end the battle with 3 passive points. So this is going to up her offense a lot. I'm really happy with that. Currently, sword-wise, I don't think I want to change anything. Rose Knight Sword is okay, but be honest, I could very easily just change this to something else, but we don't really have a sword that I want her to have currently. I'm actually surprised you can use the Wyvern Razor, but generally I thought that was just sword fighters, but that's okay. There will be some other runic swords that we can get, and this will be really good for her to pick up. They'll also help against armored units. I think there's some other items that I will want her to have eventually. And then our last unit here with Travis, we promoted Nina first, and the reason for that is at level 20, she's going to gain Enrage, which just really lets her sweep up against enemies. And currently I have Binding Guard just to whatever, but eventually we will change this to Combatant type Armored. So basically if there's no armored units on the field, I want her spending all of her passive points on Enrage to gain attack and accuracy, which, yeah. And then at higher levels we get Row Smash. This is where we're able to hit the whole row, which basically is set up just like Heavy Smash, armored, and also a row of 2 people or more. And then Heavy Counter, this is if she was in the front row or getting hit by stuff, she could counterattack a single enemy. So after she gets hit, she counters. Generally speaking, my warriors, I almost always set them up as sweepers, so Enrage is basically their go-to passive. Binding Guard up against if we're only against armored units. Heavy Counter I almost never use because I keep my warriors in the back row because they're honestly not that tanky. If we look at her here, I mean, she has middling defenses, 18 Fizz, 17 Magic. So like not as good as Joseph, but she doesn't gain any guard from her passives. So she's, but like, look at Lex. I mean, he's got a bit more physical defense. Obviously, he's not even promoted, and he still has better physical defense than her. A little bit less magic, but you can take care of that with shields. And then you compare like to Hodor. He has 32 physical defense. He's way more physical defense. So while a warrior is middling defense, I almost always want them in the back row because I feel that they're just much better. You just equip as much offense on them as possible, and then they get Enrage. And then they just attack like 8 times in a fight, and every time they assaulting blow, they get their active point back. They hit so hard. The only people they're not one-shotting are the heavy heavyweight like hoplites and stuff. And even then, because you're not getting your AP back with them on assaulting blow, you're hitting them with heavy smash. You generally will get rid of them. But anyway, this is the first sigil for moderate. We're going to go ahead and do this one here. And this is going to be nice and convenient. And this is the first sigil that I recommend for you to really grind people if you want to catch them up to levels. And the reason is if we look at it here, there's a ballista here, there's knights here, our goal, and there's just a bunch of enemies. But the goal is to take this command post here. Now this will switch back and forth between which one it wants you to take, or you have to take both. I forget. Whatever. It just said it and I ignored it. But they're level 13, so everyone here can get EXP up to level 16. And up against the boss units here, you can get to level 17 because they're level 14 people here. But the first thing you see here is we have a catapult right next to us. So if I look at everybody here, we're all level 15. Well, most of our groups are level 15. But everyone can kind of get EXP. So I can just put you in the catapult.
Just tell me what to do.
Right away.
Got it.
And then I can deploy the rest of my, and like, so we'll do this now. And yeah, so I have a catapult and I can throw this and it will just wipe out these groups. Or I could send it down here to wipe out these groups. You just get so much EXP. So we're going to try to get rid of these guys first. I think they're all moving towards us. No, they're not. So these guys don't move at all. So I can just throw this right there. I can deploy other units. I go ahead and let's just for the moment deploy Rolf's.
Cornia militia fights.
And we'll take a look. So you'll go this way. You actually still take a lot of damage. But we can cab units. And a beast, which means if we're going up against a lot of cab units.
I make for battle. How may I assist?
Yeah, as we can see here, just absolute domination with this. And now if we look down here, we don't really want to go into this ballista yet. So I'm going to have you head this way. Well, actually, I'm going to wait a second.
Your orders,
but
sir.
yeah, you will eventually head this way. So let's go ahead and withdraw you. Wait for this to fall. As you can see, all of these units are coming in, and we just wiped out 4 full units and got a level on nearly everyone here. Now, you do have to wait.
I make for battle. I am your humble servant. As you wish.
And we're going to deploy Clive as well.
I ride for Cornia.
And I want him to just go after, those guys. You do have to wait to refire, but honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, it does so much damage. Yeah, I'll have Clive defeat these guys. That you can immediately just gain 1 to 2 levels, and it's level independent. I hit attack with a level 10 with Berengaria. I mean, you could have level 5 units or level 3 units use that catapult, and that catapult does the same amount of damage. Doesn't matter.
Your orders, sir. I make haste.
I'll prove my worth. I shall never fail.
I will get you a little closer. Then we're going to send Clive after the archers, and he should get there before them.
Which made it possible. I stand triumphant.
This is, like I said, this is the first sigil map that I think is really good in being able to do that. We just want to make sure you make it there first. All right, we have another catapult shot, and now we want to. You can come around from the other side here, but as we see, the enemies are coming this way, and you can try to hit as many as you want. I don't think I'm going to get all of them here, so I'm going to hit these 2 cav units. I'd love to hit the... Yeah, so we could hit these 2, or I could just hit the 2 cav units. We're going to hit the ballista, because I want to be able to move this direction soon. Or we could wait until we do this. And you could hit the... No, we wouldn't get them all. Alright, we're going to hit these 2 then.
Prepare yourselves.
But yeah, you spend your time on this map with the siege weapon, and you can just defeat anywhere from 5 to 9 units with it. And that is just makes leveling really, really easy. I think this is the first one we get the next level of treatises as well, which will make it really nice. And as we can see, they're not difficult enemies. Like, these are groups of 3, and yeah, you're going to show up and
Shall I?
they're going to make this group just disappear. It's a magic trick. Yeah, even with quick guard, they took 80 damage. Active Shatter, they now no longer have an attack, and we have Pursuit. This is where Miriam is going to add a bunch of damage. Not an absurd amount of damage, but enough damage that, like, it adds up. We keep putting people in range for Morden.
The war rages on. I am your humble servant, as you wish.
Yeah, as we can see, I could just send you over here and we'll be done. And we can ignore literally everything on the left there. So I'm going to do that because...
'Tis claimed for the liberation.
Actually, hold on. Before we do that...
I'll not let pride cloud my judgment.
Oh, hold on. I want to deploy
Your orders, sir.
a lane here.
The day will be ours. We march.
Valor Skills Royal Order. And the other part about this map is because it's so short,
Path is set.
is that you get just so much.
Just a moment.
I hope this. Ooh, I don't want
I'll
you
prove my worth.
to waste your thing on them, so hopefully they go away.
It shall be done.
Yeah, there we go. And we just ignore the reinforcement. We killed everybody but those 3 squads on the left, but this is a 3-star unit. We take 3 damage. We completely wipe them out. Most of our squads would be able to do this really without issue.
Together now.
Oh, I'm actually surprised
Temporary
you
fix.
took that much damage. It's fine though. Even if it showed we were going to take a bunch of damage, or more than what I thought, we could have just switched. Yeah, we did 112 damage with Assaulting Lance. We could have switched the calves up front.
I've
Would have
much
been
room
fine.
to improve.
I'll not let this go to waste. Victory!
Yeah, and we get, 1600 EXP from that. We get 5 standard military treatises versus the novice ones. Standards work up to level 20, and they gain quite a bit of EXP over the novice ones. And as we see, it was very quick. We defeated 11 enemies. We had to defeat 4 of them with units. So we just immediately wiped them out with... We immediately wiped out 7 units between 2 catapults. So if you need to do any grinding, I recommend here, because this place is, in my opinion, just the best early game one to actually do it. We also picked up that Phantom Lance. So if we see here Phantom Attack, this is a magic attack. So against a single enemy, and it inflicts -1 passive point. So this is really good if you want to use it up against armored units. So you can get rid of some of their heavy cover. Although most of the time in fights with them, they're heavy covering already because there's multiple of them, but you'll do a bunch more damage to them that way. And unlike the sword that we gave Leia, this is purely magic. So like it would take our damage from physical to magic. And you might say, well, what's the point of that? If you need a way to get around armor, this is the way to do it. Clive's unit, we don't have any anti-armor in this group. We're basically all physical all the time. So giving some amount of magic here wouldn't even be that bad. Like if we look at Hodrick here, like we could give him this and it would be pretty good. Now we would be changing this. We would no longer have the true attack for hitting scouts and flyers. But we would then instead gain the ability to do a bit more against armor units. So, and this also gives you the benefit of you get a little more magic defense. Not that that's like a huge deal. I'm curious if I want to actually do this. Normally I don't. but sometimes it's nice to switch things around. I like Truce Rest, so we're going to keep it for now, but I have the option to change it if we want. And then as we saw, we got some more honors, so we could immediately promote somebody else if you wanted to. I generally, if you are struggling, I don't want to say struggling, but if you feel that you need people to do this, you can go and just promote people as soon as you continue to get honors. This immediately improves your units. I'm not going to immediately do that. I will probably try to go and then do the episode. At the end of the episode, whatever honors we have, I can go take a look at who we can promote. Here, now that we have that one taken care of, we're going to go do this Tormented Helm quest. And before we go back to the Coliseum and do stuff, I'm also going to end up doing a Champion of Order and the Battle of Adopti. So there's a nice little, I don't want to say Easter egg, but special little thing with the Champion of Order. If we do this before the Coliseum, I'll point it out once we do that fight. Yeah, we're going to go here and do this one, and this gives us, in this area, there's 2 more towns, so we'll get a bit more here, and a fort. So, go ahead and save first, because I did a bit of yapping. In this battle, we mostly are against knights and clerics. But there's a reason I want to do this one.
Lane, sir.
I want to do this battle before one of the next ones.
Another village has succumbed.
Then you know what must be done. Gather them into the holding pens, the fit and the infirm alike. Both will be of use to us.
Is that wise in this downpour, sir? Some of the inhabitants have grown quite frail.
The march of progress ever demands new feet to walk it. There can be no tests without subjects, and those unwilling to sacrifice will never know the sublime beauty of discovery.
I assure you, I wouldn't complain were a few pitiful souls to perish in transit either.
Sir Baltro.
Come to glean more corpses, have you? Take what you will. We've enough rotting flesh to satisfy even your ravenous want for death. Though, not for long, perhaps. This may be the final slew I'm able to offer.
And the experiments are proving successful.
That's not for you to know. Now have you come to collect? Or do you simply wish to interrogate us instead?
Neither. Those who defy Zenoiran's rule draw close to your lands. His Majesty would see them tossed like all the rest upon your mountains of carrion.
The rebels? Here? No. I've come too far to let my work fall unfinished.
You've little need to worry. My men are yours to command in the battle ahead.
A welcome gift, and one I'll gladly accept. Tatiana, stay here and ensure the experiments continue as scheduled.
Yes, my lord.
Guards, rally the defenses. We depart anon.
Ghislaine has completed the cure, has he? It was only a matter of time, but with all the vital support I've thrown at his back.
Your hubris knows no bounds, wretch. One as revolting as you is unfit to stand in the company of Lord Ghislaine. Only by his word have I let your presence go unimpeded. Now go. Gather the dead and be quit of this manner before you drain my patience any further.
So I will comment on this a little bit. There's a little more when we get to the end of this mission. I don't really understand why Baltro is said he gave a bunch of support to Ghislaine here. Alright, but anyways, yeah, defeat Ghislaine, and so take a look at the map. It's not too bad. We got archers up here. Ghislaine is a decent cav unit. Some archers down here, some cav units in these areas. There's an item here we're going to want to get. But yeah, pretty straightforward. And keep in mind, I believe, if I remember, there's an item in the woods here. You can barely see a little sparkle there, right underneath the cursor. So we're going to want to get that as well. But I think there are some enemies in the woods as well. That said, up against cav units, we have
for battle. How may I assist?
our Griffin Rider, who just kind of handles all of these units out here. And actually, we're going to switch this up.
Sir.
So we're going to withdraw you, and when I redeploy you, I'm going to put you out as a cav unit. And this does two things. First off, we get one more stamina, but also up against these assists, we take a little less damage. But basically, I want to get out of range of this person's thing to try to make sure that we're actually not taking a bunch of damage from them. But yeah, this group is gonna just kind of take all of these people out. And then the other group we're gonna send is up against those archers. It probably is gonna be Clive's unit. I'm gonna send you a little bit more forward.
Cornia. I'm ever in your service.
I'm just gonna have you click there, and we're also going to, because I have plenty of them, and I know I'm not gonna use the item, we're gonna pull you off the tower. This will help. And then we're just going to go. And yeah, you can see there are two enemies. Oh, one of them is the archer. There's another enemy in here that we have to worry about, which looks like
Prepare
more
yourselves.
archers? Question mark? Hard to tell.
Don't despair. Onward.
Oh, embarrassing.
Victory is assured. The battle is ours. 'Twas fate which brought us here.
Alright, and we want a unit to go up against these guys here, which...
What shall I do?
Need you to get this item and wipe
It
those
shall be
guys
done.
out.
Stand before me.
Yeah, this battle really showcasing just how powerful some of our squads have become. Promotions really give a huge advantage.
Together now.
And we are quickly seeing why.
I'm here to help.
Just the amount of damage we can output all of a sudden.
Don't despair.
And like I said, with the back row, I mean, yeah, assaulting with, he's doing 120 damage. I'm sure they're not an armored unit, so you know, you could run into the point of it being a problem. But yeah, as we can see, we actually don't do that well against this group with Clive's unit.
What would you ask
We still wipe all of these units out really easily with you. Lex looks like he would get destroyed here, so we would like to have a unit that maybe does really well against that group, and it's probably going to be Elaine's unit. So if we put Elaine out,
We march.
what do you look like up against them? Just kidding, you get absolutely curb stomped. It's probably because of that caster.
Just a moment.
How do you look? You probably also get kind of beat up, yeah. Pretty sure it's just that, yeah, these two wild rushes do, yeah, and see, he even has aerial guards, so he's kind of set up to try to not get quickly defeated by an aerial attack. Really, we need to just wipe out that caster.
Witness the might of an angel. Withdrawing for the moment.
But we have a group that can do well against them. Still take 40 damage.
Let's take what's ours. I'll be here if you
Paused.
need
I
me.
didn't mean to do that. And was that the other 4? That was all 4 units. I'm sure this group gets absolutely obliterated because, yeah, we take so much damage from cav units. Even with being promoted, cavs just do a lot of damage to us.
A temporary retreat.
But I'm going to deploy Rolf
Cornia
into the
militia
south
fights.
here
Do you
and
need
get him
something?
into this tower, because then he'll be able to allow
Understood.
us to support. And then we're probably going to end up sending Elaine's unit up against them. I know it's probably not the best. Actually, no, we probably want... We're going to send Travis's
No
unit
surprise there.
after them.
Go on.
You're the only one I could see where I should be able to get away from
Sure.
doing too much.
I'm
Can
ever
you
in your
move and pick up
service.
this item, please?
I shall not shy from battle.
Yeah, we don't even take damage from their magic assist. We do, but because we have Miriam as the front line, or the captain, we get reduced damage from magic attack, magic assist, and then we just have the ability to heal, so
Glory to the liberation.
you can keep going.
What shall I do? It shall be done. What
There
other
we go.
luck?
Pick up our revival orb.
I'll prove my worth.
I will send you also this way in the woods.
I shall not falter.
Oh, we didn't immediately kill them all. Yeah, but as you can see, because Magic Barrier only procced one time against the counters there, and that's because you can only have one response like that from each character in combat,
I blossom ever brighter.
which is why they both magic counter, because each of them were proccing their thing one time, whereas Miriam can only, defend
I shall
one
not
of
shy
them.
from battle.
Also, that would have been actually a good battle if we had pursued of. We wouldn't have had to deal with that. We would have killed one of them and then magic blocked the other one, but I don't want it set up that way so she can have the most defense.
We may be able to use this.
And
What shall I
Clyde,
do?
I'm going to have you just go right into
It shall be done.
them there.
I shall not disappoint.
65 damage. Ooh, do I? How does this look? I feel like we're going to split some of this. But at the same
Let's take what's
time,
ours.
I don't actually know. We just take so much damage, man.
I'll prove my worth.
Like, same thing here. Do I think I'm going to lose Hodrick there, or...
I shall never fail. We can do this!
Wow, we missed?
Victory is assured!
Aim. That's fine, though.
Oh, embarrassing. Allow me.
Be safe.
And as you can see there, it's really nice in how they do their dual shot. They were shooting Hodrick and Adele, or Adel, and Hodrick covered
Embarrassing.
Seems we've done it.
Adel, so he was the only one to get hit because they were targeting him plus
I'm ever in
him
your
anyway.
service. I depart.
We're gonna get a little closer here. I'm hoping we
Made it.
have.
Go on. There in a second.
Your orders, sir.
We're gonna have to deal with one of these
position
reinforcements.
is
Yeah, I was
ours.
waiting for that first
What
anyway.
now?
Who are we fighting?
I'll
with?
make it quick.
This is fine. Basically, I was gonna guard call. I'm fine with this reinforcements though. We'll see how RNG looks as well up against this guy.
With you.
Just getting started. See ya.
Alright, so we have quite a bit of...
Yeah?
Yeah, we still take so much
I'll
damage
prove
though.
my worth.
What would you ask of me?
43, yeah, Lex would
Have
get
you need of me?
up there. Why would he take so much damage? Let me check something. Will be magic counter. He's not but he's not attacking them, right? Like, there's no way. I am curious as to where I'm not covering you from magic damage. It should be fireball, yeah.
What would you ask
Well,
of
anyways,
me?
let's go ahead and guard call 2. As you can see, this is now much bigger, and it's still 20%, but it is a huge, huge area compared to what it was before. Generally, I think it's
I'm
a
most ready.
decent size
I shall
larger.
not disappoint.
But anyways, yeah, Lex would still
Let's
get
take
on.
what's ours.
We take a little less damage here. I still don't know who it is that's getting
I'm ever in
absolutely
your service.
crushed. And right, we have
What would you ask of me?
Rolf supporting over there.
Setting off.
Go on.
Alright,
Won't take long.
Travis, good luck. And we can always move things around if we need
Hope
to.
you've
Oh
made
yeah,
your
perfect.
peace.
Much better now. We take basically no damage.
I'll brook no interference, rebel curs.
Worth mentioning, I maybe should have gotten a lane out for the Royal Order. Ooh, you survived. Just kidding. That's where the damage is. We killed the caster.
Stand true!
He's gonna wild rush. So.
How careless.
Our training has let us eat.
Yeah, see, they're doing the same thing we are. And yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Easy now.
Joseph would have gotten absolutely bodied if the caster got their counter, magic counter off. So. Alright, yeah, that was an excellent fight. So now we should very easily mop up just the last dude. But yeah, if I had a lane out here, we could...
What shall I do?
I shall not disappoint. By your command.
Let's take what's ours. Sure.
We could use the Royal Order to get a bunch of EXP here,
I
but
shall
I'm okay
not
with it.
falter.
We will have the assist, because it's just free EXP for you. Yeah. Even with Aerial Guard, by the way.
All my work to curb Death's march, only to perish in his modest hands.
We make good strides.
We would have gained, we had 1,000 EXP here, would have gained 2,000, so.
The end of this brutal
good, though.
war draws ever nearer.
Drinks are on me.
See, Chloe? I can do stuff.
The winds of fate blow at our backs.
And we get our free Angels Hunters buckler. So if you didn't want to buy one, you would get one here. This is generally the one I would always get and use in my playthroughs, but it's, yeah. I figured buying the other one was fine.
Lord responsible for this plague and its death-strewn offensive.
You would accuse me of diffusing such evil through my own lands? Me, who at last stands on the precipice of seeing it eradicated once and for all? A shame. I'd hoped to welcome the occasion myself one day. But I suppose that honor falls to Tatiana now. At long last, my love, I come to join you once more.
Another corpse for the pile, huh?
What?
A fortuitous thing, that. Were his cure made manifest, all my hard work spreading this pestilence would be for naught.
Yeah, this is kind of why I said with the fact of Valtr was like, oh, I'm giving you all my support, and Ghislaine is researching a cure to this plague that's going on. So I'm curious as to why Valtr would be like, yeah, I'm supporting you. Makes no sense, because he doesn't want this guy to complete his work.
Get back here!
Also makes no sense for Baltro to come tell us that. Like, oh, you feel bad for killing this guy who was working for me, who I was supporting to make a cure for the thing I didn't want him to make a cure to? Yeah. Anyways, now the map is expanded, and we're going to... We have to head and get to the town here. So, yeah, the map's not over. So we're going to
What would you ask
have
of me?
Miriam
Set it
Garrison
off.
here to get stamina back. And then we're going to kind of move out. I would like to defend my my main town, so we're going to have Oclise deploy
Judgment shall
here.
strike. I
Go
stand
ahead and
ready.
take on this archer. We should wipe them out with... maybe not. Well, I'm going to send her this way anyway. We'll see. We should be able to deal with them with the support there just fine.
I'm ever in your service.
But yeah, we can kind of rush. There is a ballista here. to try to get before we have to deal with too many of these. But as you can see, these are a lot of people that can do assist,
I'll
which
prove my worth.
can
It shall be done.
be some amount of a
There in
problem.
a second.
I claim these lands for the liberation.
Anyways, Miriam picked up the nice
Have you needed
stamina
me?
back, and we're just going to send you
By your
on.
command.
We will indeed deploy a lane from here
The day
this
will be
way,
ours.
because I want a lane to be able to be over here for Royal
To
Order
me.
when we get to the end. Hoping we get these guys. They're out of
Who's my
range now.
target?
That's kind of annoying.
Right.
You'll not be
Yeah,
disappointed.
because you don't do well against them at the moment.
I've arrived.
Yeah, they're going for that thing up there. Yeah, so they're gonna get that.
What would you
I
ask
should
of
be
me?
able to. Yeah, let's have Clive
What
do
shall I
that
do?
though.
I depart.
It's like we'll catch these guys eventually.
Blasphemous fool.
What do we look here? 33. Yeah, that looks fine. Spreading out the damage some will make this perfectly fine.
My magic is yours.
Sharpen your blades.
Now my fury! I'm here to help.
Ooh, that's why. 1 damage off to defeating that guy. Well, he didn't even do damage, but he incremented
Faster than the wind.
the RNG. Yeah, this is fine.
My magic is yours.
You're done for.
Yeah,
Are you
nice.
okay?
Like I said, Yana's going to be the next one I promote in this squad, so we get use of the other
Keep getting tougher.
guaranteed crit. I don't remember Frenzied Strike, honestly.
May the Father
I
watch
generally,
over us.
I don't think I
Witness
used it.
the might
Anyways,
of
you're going
an
to go up
angel.
here and capture these
I take
ruins.
to the skies.
Take a look at that. It's going to be back in the back row. Yeah, I don't remember really ever using that. And really what we can do here is we can just change this to be, instead of other combatants, we can just say flying. So it only goes on Eccles. In Frenzied Strike, we can do the same thing. 2 or more. That way we always have Parting Blow. And it's a counterattack. So it will only go off after an ally is hit. So I don't need to specify. I mean, I'm going to. Lowest HP. Actually, I don't think I need to do this, because if they get hit by somebody with highest HP, yeah, no, we'll leave this off. I don't know if it matters like that. This only triggers after a counterattack, but is a way to, I guess, do that. Anyways, that group's going to be up north
This the
Where
place?
shall I go
all on
next?
their own.
I'm
Miriam's going to take some
Have you
damage
needed
here.
me?
That's fine.
It shall be
While we
done.
get everybody
Let's take what's
else
ours.
moved
Won't
in.
take long.
Stand before me.
And it's worth mentioning we want to keep an eye out of any leaves in the forest.
Don't despair. Onward.
Because if we see enemies moving towards our base, we want to deploy somebody back in base to prevent us from it getting
We can
captured.
do this.
I'm here to help.
A flawless victory.
An excellent level up.
Tempered in the cruel flames of war.
I'm even better than Clive now. On my honor as a knight.
I wonder if I'm stronger than Lady Eccles.
Victory.
One day. But yeah, like if you keep an eye out, we didn't see any there, and I don't see any on that side too. Is there? No, that's nothing there. So yeah, we want everyone moving forward, and yeah, Miriam,
I shall not
you're
disappoint.
going to, and as we see this group here, double cleric gladiator, really, really annoying. However, I believe Clive can break them really easily. Wild Rush does stuns, which means then the two in the middle basically don't take their turns, and then once they're taken out, we can handle it. But anyways, yeah, we can head off and just deal with most of these. Oh, you have a shaman. We want Miriam to deal with these casters first.
Yeah? Sure. The time is at hand. Onward. Do you need
And
something?
Rolf, you will catch up eventually.
Heading there now.
And really, the
I'll
way they
prove my
want you to
worth.
do this
It shall be
is you
done.
can do this,
Your orders, sir.
and I can fire. We're attacking that one first, so we can just do damage to
I've
you.
arrived.
And we get some war funds there. That's really nice. And yeah, as you can see, there are going to be even more reinforcements. So this is kind of the thing you have to watch out for. If you run in, we're going to take literally 5 sets of assists.
Have
And
you
I
needed
want to
me?
say, I think I have an item for that. Obviously, Fairy Charm is good. Is there not a... I don't think there's an item for it, but I was going to say there should be a... This is where if I had Liza promoted, we would just nullify their entire army. So I'm actually just going to move you back then.
By your command.
Go on.
Alright, so we're going to move you into the forest then.
Won't take long.
I have arrived. I shall not disappoint.
Who's my target? Right.
Have you need of me?
I'm hoping we get...
We march. To me.
A worthy foe.
Alright, so we got rid of one of them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's take what's ours.
That's
There in a
all I
second.
What
wanted,
would
because
you
now
ask of
we
me?
can
Setting off.
take them out a little more easily. But yeah, even
I
though
shall not
we're
shy
full
from that.
healing here, so we're going to take a bunch of damage from these. But Miriam, as the team leader, we reduce the damage we take from magical assists. We saw that earlier in the map. So yeah, we're only taking 1 or 2 damage from all of these magical assists instead of significantly more if we had a different leader. He has a magic counter. Oh yeah, because you're not full HP. We didn't make that a true strike attack. Which is fine. Right, so we dodged all those, but...
Huh?
Yeah, we're going to row heal, wipe out all of these enemies.
Yeah?
Magic barrier, pretty good. And then we'll wing rest to get full HP.
The day is won. Glory to the
There you go.
liberation.
And Miriam
I
is
shall
literally
not
just going to
disappoint.
carve through
It
all
shall
of
be
these
done.
enemies.
I
So we
shall not
wipe out
falter.
all of them. Well, you did a little more damage, Renee. You would just kind of wipe them out instantly, not have to worry about these magic counters. You're gonna row
Be
heal.
restored.
Excellent.
Be shielded.
Yeah, here's a perfect example, by the way, of not using Pursuit allowed us to keep our passive points to be able to do that. To protect Lex fully. Otherwise he would have taken a bunch of magic damage there.
We make good strides. The winds of fate blow at our backs.
Yeah, as we can see, we just get closer and closer. We
Setting
just
off.
keep wiping out all of
Time's
these
at hand.
enemies. But if you look at this, we don't do a lot of damage to these
I'm
guys.
ever in your service.
But you just wiped them out. Never mind. That's absurd. I didn't think you did that much
Yeah?
damage, Clive. Jeez. Alright, we're not going to use Clive on
Won't take
that.
long. We march.
What shall I do?
But we're going to hit the... Where's the shaman group then?
Do you need something? Heading there now. Good.
Yeah, we hit them, so it makes this
Behold
a
the
little bit
valor of
easier
the
to
knight.
wipe out. As you can see, once you get in range of the town there, Tatiana, the person on the town, they do healing.
Yield to me.
So the goal of, like, if you rush in is you get hit a bunch by all these magic assists, and then she's healing the group, and some of these groups, like this group, have a shaman, which then kind of lowers your offense potential of wiping this group out instantly, and every fight is kind of meant to wear down your units. But we have really good units, so it didn't really matter. Radiant Knight, really good to prevent magical assists, so I'm happy with how this turned out. And yeah, the shaman now is doing nothing.
The day is won. 'Tis the fruit of my labor.
And now they're completely out of assist. So let's get Elaine in here.
The path is set.
I'm ready.
Let's get Rolf in here.
Right.
Let's get Travis in
Let's
here.
take what's ours.
Yeah, there's still 2 groups here. We should actually switch our groups around.
I shall not shy from battle.
Time for payback.
Yeah, I'd like to get some other groups in EXP.
I am with you. Stand. I have you.
Nope, I saw that.
That hammer, by the way, looks like it would hurt a lot.
Easy.
Giant triangle spikes at the end of it now. Like,
May the Father smile upon me.
I didn't have a choice. I'll make it quick. I'll be back.
wow, you don't one-shot them? Joseph, you gotta do a little more damage than that. I was like, yeah, you're not killing. Magic defense is a thing. You also don't one-shot them. This is where Enrage starts to get better and better once we get it.
I grow stronger.
Yeah, and with S-rank physical attack,
See ya.
basically stat, we will eventually be significantly stronger. Yeah, we do
Won't
so
take
much
long.
damage. Anyways, Elaine's group is probably the one taking the kill. Definitely not Miriam, definitely not Clive.
Time for payback.
I think we're gonna win this just based on the
I'll
fact,
preserve this place and our research with my very life.
mainly is I think we're taking this guy's, yeah, he has no bulk up, so his healing is now gonna be significantly
This
reduced
should help.
down to just what the clerics can do. And 2 attacks in, we will get rid of those. Yeah, so he's got no more
Don't
heals.
let it
Oh,
happen
they
again.
actually even refresh over
I can help.
healing. Very nice.
We've lost
And-
enough already.
Yeah. Resurrection, unfortunately, not that great.
Nope, nice try.
Basically would have to be one of the last things you do. But yeah, they resurrect and heal him, but we will defeat with an assaulting blow here. I think, yeah, we have 38 damage, just enough. Magic counter is very dangerous, by the way. Even Joseph, who has like, I think a little over 20, he's like 25 or 26 magic defense, I think, still took 30 damage from that. So if he doesn't have any passive points, he runs into issues. But yeah, as you can see, this is what Nina does. This is what warriors do. She just keeps swinging her hammer, and every time she kills somebody, she swings again. And you just do an absurd amount of damage.
Yeah.
Anyways, Elaine, we're just going to come in here, and they do no damage. We're going to roll order Elaine for some EXP.
Stronger than ever.
And yeah, be good to go here.
Your villainy ends here.
Forgive me, my lord.
A fine job.
Yeah, a nice 2,000 EXP, get everyone here a level, and then some.
As expected of Cornian royalty.
Another step forth.
All to protect my home. I'll need to study this further.
Yeah, this is why I love Selvi. Obviously, she doesn't use her attack stat really for anything, but look at the raw amount of stats she is getting. Like, there are very few characters that have significantly more stats and everything. Elaine obviously does as a unique unit, but shamans are just so bulky. And you can say their physical defense is low, but like they make up for that more than enough by the fact that they just sabotage the enemies so much. But anyways, yeah, Resurrection, this is the staff Tatiana had, where you can revive an ally, restoring 1 HP. I think this is really bad, personally. Clerics already get Parting Resurrection passively, so at the end of battle, any allies that are dead, they'll res at 1 HP. I think that's way better than resurrecting in the middle of combat, because it's unlikely you're going to resurrect somebody and then be able to heal them to where they don't immediately die. Yeah, another battle down. And it's interesting, this battle here was level 14, but it feels much easier than a level 14 battle.
How could you take him
Like,
from me?
if you compare this battle to the sand battle against Gloucester, we had to kill twice as many units in that sand battle, and terrain movement was much worse. The enemy comps were quite a bit different and much harder than this one, where it was mostly casters and horses and a couple archers. So that's why level is not everything when it comes to the battles.
What have you found?
Horrors taking form, my prince. The jail is rife with corpses of the townsfolk in every which corner.
Likely victims of the plague. Tell our men to stay well clear of its walls.
But of course.
Rumors speak of your lord using his own people for dark experiments into the plague that sweeps this land. What say you?
That you're a band of benighted fools if you believe such tripe.
Come on, Elaine. There's only one way to find out what he was up to. We've got to search the manor.
You won't disturb Lord Gislane's research. Not while I still draw breath.
You're a cleric, you have no offensive capabilities, you can't stop me.
Then perhaps you'd be willing to serve as our guide instead. Tell us everything that's transpired here, Tatiana. Please.
This manor is where Lord Gislane conducted his research.
You know, I was expecting some kind of horrible monster under that mask. Turns out you're just a regular girl.
It was years ago that this horrific illness first emerged, swept through our populace like the fiercest wildfire. Lord Gislane's wife was among the victims. He was never quite the same after that. So intense was his contempt for the plague, he made it his sole mission in life to find the cure. Even if it meant enlisting the services of a monstrous necromancer.
And thus, Gislane victimized his own people for his experiments, then proffered their vacant bodies before this necromancer.
You misjudge him. My lord studied every method, every medicine in his quest to rid the world of this plague. Absent a clear answer, he had little choice but to craft hypotheses and pursue them to their natural conclusions. No solution could be discarded without explicit proof of its faults, nor could any be affirmed as truly effective.
Such excuses are lost on the dead.
Their sacrifices were not in vain.
You imply he found a cure?
Not completely. The texts he was given were rife with half-truths and outright lies alike. But the seed is there, and it can grow if you only let me water it. Please, the answer is finally within arm's reach.
A cure would be most welcome indeed, were this disease to befall our army. Though, Should it mean allowing such ignominious research to continue unabated? What say you, my prince?
You want to say the experiments may continue. This allows you to recruit Tatiana, which is really important, and there are also story implications too by taking her with you from what you do here. If you say the experiment ends here, she doesn't get recruited, but you get an item. I've never gotten the item.
You
I've
have my
always
trust,
recruited
Tatiana.
her.
Take up the duty Ghislaine held so dear and see it through to the very end.
What about the rumors? Buying into this thing's not gonna reflect on us too good.
We meet them head on. As long as the sick are treated with dignity and honor, that tide will turn. In the end, these studies are meant to benefit all who call Fevrith home. If he was even half the man you claim, that was Lord Gislaine's intention from the very beginning.
True.
Am I to face no sentence?
Our enemy here is Zenoiran, not you.
You only mean to shackle me in their stead.
The liberation exists to grant freedom, not oppress the downtrodden further.
In that case, I'd like to exercise my freedom to join you on that journey.
What about your cure?
To be candid with you, it's almost finished. Enough so that I needn't stay here myself.
Yeah, this is also why their research is basically already borne fruit and is basically done.
My men should be more than capable of handling the rest. As for me, I'll take this opportunity to walk beside the man who robbed this world of Lord Gislaine's grace, to see what ideals he chooses to fight, and ultimately to die for. And, when that moment inevitably arrives, to be the one to sound the death knell myself.
Come on, only an idiot would let you...
Very well then.
Should have known that was coming.
Be warned, you may be awaiting my death a great many years.
Very true.
That, and you'll be expected to earn your keep in the meantime. Welcome to the liberation, Tatiana.
I do like Tatiana as a character, like her story and how she interacts with people, especially with Elaine. The way she interacts with them is like, it's like, I can't wait for you to die. Elaine's like, well, I'm not dying anytime soon, so good luck with that. Anyways, clear out all of that. We gain some items, some renown, and we get Tatiana. I'll be watching your every move. Anyways, we get this town here. We get passive shatter, spear. So this is you attack a column of enemies and it inflicts -1 passive. So this is also really good. I do generally consider giving this to Hodrick or Chloe. Generally don't give this to any of my knights, like Clive or whatever. Even though they probably would be okay with it, even the less physical potency, because Wild Rush it's 30 potency difference, but Wild Rush stuns. So honestly, this would probably be better on Clive, because Adele is faster. He goes first. If he stuns the row, this is guaranteed to hit. So this is a pretty good option. It's pretty nice if you wanted to do it.
Be seeing ya.
Provisioner
Here to
here,
shop?
yep,
Or
still
maybe to
just
sell?
regular
Just
stuff.
say the
We're
word
gonna
and
pick up
it's
this
yours.
beckoning bell
Thank you very
since
much.
I used one
Come
last
back.
time. I want to make sure I have a few of those just in case I ever need to actually use them. Alright, and now we get our town here. Station a guard. We'll station Tatiana.
If you're
Why?
certain.
Because, well, this is your town. Earth. We got that already. And after the next battle, they'll pick up all this stuff, so.
If it's steel you're after,
And
you're
then
in
this
the right
shop
place.
here, you can get another golden egg if you want. So we could give that to our Clive group if we really, really wanted to. Which I probably am going to do, so when they do things, they will
Done and done.
gain a lot of gold. And you can get another rookie egg if you wanted for EXP, if you
We see.
needed to
Here to shop? Come back.
level somebody faster. It's also worth mentioning, honestly, you probably don't need to buy that egg. It's 30,000. you have to gain 30,000 gold from that unit, not from just in general, but from that unit to make up the cost of that.
No harm shall befall this town.
But that's okay. So now, if we look at Cornia here, we have done basically everything that is currently available. This is level 25. This goes into Bastoria up here. And then these are all the end game stuff that you do right before you go for Grand Corinth in the final battle. So don't have to worry about any of those. We have this one here with the Winding Wood, which takes us into Elheim. But we're not going to do that quite yet. We're going to go do, and we're going to focus on doing Champion of Order and the Battle of Adopti. And the reason I wanted to do Tatiana's quest first is get a bit extra story in the Champion of Order here now that we've done it. So that's really, really nice. But we're going to do that second. We're going to do Battle of Adopti first. So we're going to head to this fort here. And before we go into the next battle, I will do a little bit of promoting. Like I said, we're going to promote Yana.
One of the many benefits of old age.
She doesn't gain a lot of stats leveling up, which is a little unfortunate, but that's okay. And then we're also going to promote Clive. And he gains an absurd amount of stats for leveling up.
I'll not let this go to waste.
Alright, and that should be good for now. And now we go in here, go down to Clive. We can double check this. So you have 23, you have 21. Yeah, so Adele is still faster. But now we get our third golden egg here. So this group has all 3 golden eggs, which means whenever they defeat people, they're just going to be making money, which is great. That's what we want. Now up in Oclisa's unit, we upgraded Yana, so she can now equip the thing we haven't been able to equip in a while because it was... Actually, we don't have it. Let me go get it. I said we hadn't bought it yet because, yeah, there it is. Because I didn't have the accessory space for it. That's this Sorcerer Medallion. And now that we have more space, yeah, this is going to be really good. It's +5, and it's only going to get better and better because of how it works with her gaining magic stat. We're going to deploy from the west side. Generally, I go from the east side, but I want to do the west side this time because, I don't know, different, I guess. And if it goes super fast, I probably will not do Champion of Order this time because that fight is a pretty decently sized map and it'll take a little bit. Anyways, the battle for Adopti. Let's go ahead and do this, and yeah. Right, and so as we see here, the main crux is this archer in the back. Basically, they will be in this watchtower, and they can hit both sides really easily with assisting. So I don't want to prevent that. So we're just going to use an item. We're going to yank them off this watchtower, and that should make most of the fight pretty straightforward. We're going to deploy some units and just kind of take a look at who does well. I'd like to... Please. You do decent, except that you take a ton of damage. You take no damage against them. You get absolutely owned by them. Okay, so you're not that great against this set of enemies.
No surprise there. Go on.
And I recommend always checking this, kind of see initial damage calculations against people. So it looks like Travis is going to be really good up against Jeremy if our RNG holds well. But against most people, looks like you're going to take a bit of damage here. So do need to be mindful.
I'll be here
I have a feeling some of my groups are going to take no damage at all.
Cornia and militia fight. Do you need something?
Okay, so this is good for you. You wipe this group out immediately. I like this. But you take damage on every single one. We know Rolf is probably going to be the first one I want to use.
rose bears thorn. What would you ask of me?
You also do really well against a lot of these units.
I shall
That's
not
good.
disappoint.
Level 16. Everyone here should get
Retreating for
EXP, by
now.
the way. Don't have to worry
I
about
ride for
that.
Cornia. I'll prove my
We
worth.
want Clive to... Yeah. Cav units, good. Let's go. Clive, you're probably killing the boss, but nothing else. Even though, yeah, if we just look, I mean, Clive just runs over literally every single group except for the Wyvern group, which makes sense because Wyverns. But yeah, a little broken. Did I also set up... oh yeah, only during... He doesn't use Cav Call anyway, if there are flying enemies, so...
I'm ever in your
So
service.
we'll pull
Perhaps
Clive
a
out
chance to sharpen my spear.
later.
The day will be
So it looks like
ours.
we're going
The
to
time
lead
is
with
at hand.
Rolf and... Probably Elaine? Yeah, alright, so let's go ahead and do that.
Just a moment.
Alright, so let's go ahead and deploy you forward now.
The Cornian militia fight. Do you need something?
So you can take on this
Heading- I'm
guy,
ready.
and we can use a beckoning charm, beckoning bell, not chime, and we're gonna pull this guy off the tower. And then we will deploy Elaine to go up against the group behind them.
The day will be ours.
And chances are, this is all we're deploying for right now.
To me.
We might still be in range of that archer, yeah.
You face me. Try me.
Most of this damage is going to be on the our backline. I didn't think we'd actually be in range of that archer. We should have waited a little bit instead of been further back. This is fine.
I faith in you.
Can't get up.
Come here.
Not even worried.
Yeah, so Focus Sight, this is another witch thing. I think it's part of their innate set eventually. And it basically gives them guaranteed hits. This is why we use a big HP bulky guy. And why did you use single shot over dual shot? I guess dual shot is just against
Get up. No more hurting.
oh,
Get up.
I must not have calculated that correctly. Well, you're gonna have to back up and heal. That's annoying.
Don't even think about messing with me.
Why did I... Yeah, I definitely should have dual shot up against casters. And we can say prioritize caster. So this one we always want to hit flying, but we should prioritize if there's more enemies, because we could have killed one of those witches. Like, we shouldn't have...
Do you need something?
Like, you still do decently, but I need you to now heal.
Right.
Onward.
We should be in range to ranged assist ourselves, although we actually take more damage if we do that. So let's not do that. Yeah, so this is magic attack. So yeah, we do 28 damage, which is pretty nice. Rid of all of their passives so they don't counter. That's really nice. And then now we should be able to do a lot of damage to them. Nice counter. And then she's not going to counter again because I have it. Oh, yes, she is. Who do I have it set up where she doesn't keep counting? Oh, when there's cav units, right. If there were cavalry units here, I would have her.
We march on.
Right? That's how that's set up? Yeah, no cav enemies and she has high HP. If cav enemies are present, she will only...
The path is set. We march. Onward.
she will only go up against using one of those.
I'll support
I
you.
will do this just to give, because Rolf is going to be sitting back there for a while anyway until he's healed. But we're going to do that to give him a little bit of EXP.
Succumb to sloth!
Don't worry. Once Elaine's unit gets to 5, we will get a really, really good
The path is set.
Your
healer
villainy
for
ends
this
here.
group. I say healer, but they will get more passive healing. They will not be getting an active healer. But they will indeed gain a... oh, use deflect? Yeah, I see. That's okay. We should, yeah, easily wipe them out still. Yeah, we have 2 maiden hammers, which will always hit, and then we have 2 keen edges, so we have 4 hits. Which should be an easy cleanup. Deflect is another passive ability that Wyvern Knights get over ground counter. Deflect is really powerful, by the way. It increases their evasion as well as we saw there, they take no damage. Alright, so we need to get somebody else in here. I think it's time to bring Clive in.
Cornia. I'll prove my worth.
Because I do want you... Yeah, Clive, you still just wipe out every group possible like it's nothing.
We march. To me.
I'm here.
Come then.
Yeah, we do so much damage with Leia now. Like there's a reason I promoted her first, is she is really good and getting extra attacks, and she does a lot of damage. The only downside to her right now is she just does not have any self-healing, which I probably want to change eventually, because I would like for you to not have to be healed by other means. Because we're not, again, A rank renown is very far away. We are not going to be getting it anytime soon. 40 damage, I'm kind of okay with this. This guy will not take damage from you as well.
The path is set.
And we can always set it up
I'm
to
here,
be...
Your Highness. Your villainy ends here.
where we have it,
Succumb to sloth!
trying to think. We're going to take a bunch of damage here, and I think most of it is on Elaine.
Your strength.
Elaine's about to get crit here, and he's not going to guard. Oh no, he's not. Yeah, we're fine. It's all on Virginia. Oh yeah, there you go. Because she got hit above her HP, she didn't counter, which that's fine.
The time is at hand.
Oh yeah, see now all of a sudden we take a ton of
I'm
damage.
ever in your
I don't
service. It
like
shall be
that.
done.
We march. The time is at hand. Onward.
Back
What
up.
shall I do? I'm ever in your service.
Yeah, it's weird, but I know I don't have to, because technically it's not that he can't be redeployed. I'm just gonna wait till he gets healed, and then we will go after them again.
We march.
So we will have to deal with these reinforcements, which shouldn't bother me at all. Yeah, House Carls, whatever. We actually heal from this, yeah. Now Elaine can no longer move, but it doesn't matter. He's not going to be the one wiping out the enemy.
Your body grows heavy.
Actually, by the fact that we don't get attacked, Virginia doesn't get healed as much. Oh well.
Let's see just how strong I can get.
My legs grow heavy.
Indeed they do.
What shall I do?
Alright, so yeah, we completely wiped them out. I'm gonna wait for this other group to get over here so we can beat them, and then I'll send Clive in. And yeah, the time limit is not really an issue. We're literally just sitting here. We were waiting for healing, otherwise we'd be done already. And if we really wanted to go fast, Clive, we saw, literally would have killed every single unit except the Wyverns, and we could have had somebody go up against them. And yeah, so. Yeah, so he does no damage, but we'll heal here with Virginia. So, -1 plus 16. Perfect. But yeah, we wanted this unit to get defeated, because that's a lot of EXP still.
I've need of a rest.
Anyways,
Time's at hand.
Royal Order. I will double check. Pretty certain it is.
I shall never know defeat.
They got healed. Yeah, you're up.
I'm ever in your service. I depart.
And we're gonna watch Clive
Should we only keep our focus?
absolutely body Jeremy here.
About time you showed up. I've been ready to hit something all day.
Well, I got bad news for you. You're not hitting anything. You're about to get run over.
Together now.
I'm coming for you!
Grant them succor.
Oh, you're gonna wide counter?
Steady on.
Interesting. Yeah, we just crit for nearly 200. We're plus 80% damage on our cav units right now, by the way.
A temporary fix.
150. Monsters, all of them.
Pack of kids are stronger than they look.
Yeah, cav units, good.
Seems we've done it.
Anyways, 2k EXP, really nice.
'Twas fate which brought us here.
And we get a bandit longsword, and this is another one where you get an item where your user earns additional gold when completing. Now, the group that has all my gold eggs here, obviously, they don't have sword user. So we're not going to make much use of that, sadly. We will give that bandit sword to a sword user, though. So really good.
Damn. Not my best gamble.
Nope.
Fetch me the axe, Elaine.
Whoa, hold on there, lady. At least let a guy beg for his neck, will ya? I was just putting you to a little test, that's all. No bad blood, I swear it.
Uh-huh.
And what about the blood of your men? Do you feel nothing for those you've lost?
Doesn't matter what I feel. Tears won't bring him back. But listen, I'm all in on this liberation of yours. I'll have my gang clear the city. Cut ties with the Emperor, too, while we're at it. The only boss I'm willing to die for is you, Chief.
A man will say anything to save his own skin. I'll leave his judgment to you, Elaine.
I'm going to recruit him just because I want to recruit everybody.
You're welcome
Executing him.
provided you swear to never treat our lives the same callous way you did your own.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I don't know what it actually
Sounds like
is. It's an
my
item
read
of
on
some
you was
sort.
right then. You got a kind soul under all that armor and formality. Anyway, might be a hard sell with the way things turned out, but I know my way around a sword better than most. This bet'll come good, trust me.
Anyways, yeah, you get Jeremy out of that. You don't get the other two that it says there in the archive from the 3 poison mercenaries or whatever. But we, Also get the walled city of Adopti here, and the city south of here. So it's really, really nice. And we get access to a cemetery and a little conversation here too. Anyways, this is the first walled city we have in Drakenhold. So this is the first time you would probably see the Wyvern Reigns. Now, we got the better one from the Divine Shard, which is why I like that one better. But this is the same thing with Aerial Wings. So if you wanted just a cheaper, inexpensive one, you could get this one. However, if you compare this to Renee, yeah, if you compare it to this, yeah, this is more defense, max HP, and more initiative compared to the Wyvern Reigns. So I like that one better. Anyways, we get another Carnelian pendant and Lapis pendant here. We're going to buy both of those because we have people that definitely want those. And still nothing upgraded in terms of items down here. Eventually we will see upgraded items of these. We'll see higher accuracy, evasion, crit, guard rate, as well as we'll get the silver versions of all of these. So that's kind of nice. Anyways, you can get the crit rate items here, the black iron stuff, or you can just get regular iron items here. We're not going to worry about any of those. Provisioner, nothing new quite yet. Yeah, so, oh, actually, yes, Wind Fairy Charms, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, we want to buy all of these. These are really, really good. They're probably some of the best items to use in combat. You're going up against heavily guarded positions with a bunch of assists, and this is a way to get around that. We will take a look at the tavern as well before we leave here. Not that I think we'll use it at all, but every tavern in these walled cities, and I didn't look at it back up in the walled city of Usid, they have different food available. So it's nice to just look at their pictures, because I think they're really good. And yes, we actually have enough to fully deliver everything here. Perfect. So we can station a guard right away. And that's really, really good for us. So we can station a guard. We'll put Jeremy here. We have to look at the tavern. Yeah, so they have some pizza here. And I think we've seen the honey apple tart, and we definitely saw the rice because this is the one we did to do the quest. So. But each tavern gives a different in terms of food they give. I like how they go shopping together. Virginia's like, you call something cute? I gotta see this. And it's like the three-headed Hydra picture of like the derpy Hydra, the happy Hydra face, and the confused one. Oh, actually, this is a fight. Oh, I didn't think this was a liberation fight. I thought we just walked down here and it was available. All right, well, we'll do this one real fast because, yeah, we're not going to have time to do Champion of Order quest or map. That one takes a little bit longer than 25 minutes, so we are definitely not doing that one. But we will do this one because this is much easier. But yeah, before we do that, and it's actually funny. So the walled city up here is level 15, and then you come down here and this is level 13, which is kind of interesting. It makes me feel that the walled city of Adopti was not supposed to be level 15, because then the Champion of Order, like further to the east here, like this is level 13, this is level 13. So it makes me feel like this was supposed to be a level 13 fight. And also, even though it says level 15, that's really just the level of the enemies there. They're not actually level 15 hard. You easily could do them in level 13, no problem. But I think they made this one level 15 to try to get you to really kind of, you want to go down here through the desert versus going through this way to get over to the next main story. That's my only opinion on it. Let us take a look at our character list. So we picked up Tatiana, who is another cleric, and Jeremy, and they come at decent levels. So level 16 and 16 respectively. I think they come similar to the level your group is at when you get them, so that's probably why. I'm probably not going to use... We'll see if we use them. I will probably end up using Tatiana somewhere, because clerics are really, really good. Just like I'll be using Helm somewhere. But right now, most of our groups, we're really only using the first 6 groups actively. Group 7 and 8 are really, we're just trying to keep these people leveled. Although Berengari is a little bit behind. And we have Prim as a cleric as well. And we need to launch Prim on the Champion of Order one. But yeah. Oh yeah, wait, where is Sharon? Oh, you don't get Parting Resurrection. Why did I think you did? Maybe you do as your promoted unit. But I know Prim has it because it's part of the weapon here. And basically this is just at the end of battle, like you restore somebody, which is generally better than resurrecting them mid-battle. So is what it is though. But yeah, let's quickly deploy to this stage. This is going to be mostly against, as we see here, Housecarls and Wyvern Knights. We should do well against them. But as we can see, there's a lot of people in watchtowers. And this watchtower, yeah, as you can see, this watchtower covers our command post, which means they're going to cast gravity. If I remember, they cast gravity like over here to prevent you from getting down. Which means, yeah, we're probably going to use the same thing where we...
I ride for Cornia. I'll prove my worth.
We beckon them off the watchtower. We're just going to actually hold on. Yeah, it's fine. So a beckoning bell, and we're going to use it on the witches there. Because if we're outside of their range, they're not going to they're not going to do their thing right away. So we're going to have Clive just wipe out these units. Go very, very fast, because that's what he does.
Don't despair! Be gone!
Wow,
We can do this! Ha!
Okay, I guess we just aren't hitting the front row today. I mean, we take no damage from these guys anyway, but I think it's funny.
I'm here to help.
Steady on!
Yeah, and as you can see, that spear we had, the passive Shatterer, if we gave it to Hodrick, I mean, these guys don't have anything left by the time he attacks, because he's so slow.
Victory!
Anyways, good job, Clive. By the way, if I withdraw Clive, this person will stop coming at us, so I'm not going to do that.
I depart.
You there. I will deploy you here.
The Cornia militia fight. Who's my target?
Yeah, you absolutely smoke them.
Do you need something?
And then we will deploy... Who do you want to deploy? I think we could probably deploy you as well. No, you do not do well against those other dudes down there, the Wyvern Riders. I think we will send out Oclisa's unit.
Judgment shall witness the might of an angel.
Yeah, we do really well against them.
Your will shall be done.
I'm ever in your service.
So we're wasting a bit of EXP here.
Prepare yourselves.
Is what it is.
We can do this! Onward! We can do this!
Allow me.
Be safe.
gonna be great when we get a third knight in this group. I'm really considering once we get Gloucester and
A worthy foe.
5 units in a
What shall I do?
squad, I'm really considering putting Gloucester in that group. Anyways, we're gonna withdraw Clive.
I'll pierce you clean through.
32 damage. I'm surprised we take any damage, but sure. I'm guessing we don't immediately wipe them out with Raw, which is why.
You're mine.
Yeah, you miss. Bad days.
The hell! No more hurting.
Yeah, and also once we start getting more HP on Bruno, we'll finally be able to change his bulk up as well to be under 75% life instead of 100% life where it procs every time. Yeah, there's all the damage we take. That's painful. Pursuit, good.
In my sights.
A regrettable end.
Better.
Yeah, he's currently overhealing a lot.
Not looking great.
We hit with some stuff here. Oh.
No surprise there.
Wait, that didn't defeat you?
You'll not
Okay.
be disappointed.
Weird. I definitely thought that would have defeated you, but sure.
Perhaps a chance to sharpen
But as you
my
can
spear.
see, since Clive went backwards and undeployed, this witch is now going away. And yeah, as you can see, they're going to do gravity. Hopefully not on us. Yeah, they put it on the road there. So it's kind of like, oh, you're going to deploy people and you're going to go after this archer. But if you don't beckon them away, it's like, oh, we're just going to immediately gravity here. And then you run into so much trouble because you're like, I can't move now. And all of these enemies
I'm here to help.
are able to assist. And then there's a flyer coming at your group, and that's within assist range. So just using a beckoning bell or provoke. Although because you start with such few valor, I highly recommend just using a beckoning bell item, just one item, and it trivializes this fight. And keep in mind, we could have kept Clive on the field, so they ran closer to us. We missed a 96. Let's get.
I'm here to help.
That way, they wouldn't have turned around and set that gravity up. Now, we already know Ecclesia's group can handle the Wyvern group at the end here, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, we finally get some more upgrades. And Ecclesia finally gets Diurnal Guard, which is amazing. And then we get Focus Sight here, which we are basically never going to use. So we're going to set this up first. Here we go. We're going to have a second one of these. And basically this one is going to be... where is it? It should be Situation. There you go. Daytime. This one's going to be nighttime. I only want you to do this when you're on... passive points are 2 or more. As we can see, we're going to get discharged later on. We'll worry about that then. And this one is going to be during the daytime. This is going to be the opposite. Only when our passive point is 2 or more. And then accelerate here can just be at nighttime. All right, there we go. And the reason I want to do this is basically during the day, I want her to always have a minimum of 1 passive point available to be able to use Diurnal Guard. And this is basically a guard, and it gives her a passive point back immediately. So if you use all of your passive points, you then run into the problem of you no longer are proccing this guard every hit, which her being in the front row is kind of important. At nighttime, I'd rather have Accelerate go off all the way down to 0. You don't have to do it this way, like if she gets attacked, like sure, but generally I'll have her last passive point be for Accelerate versus the guard. So, and eventually I will change this again because as you saw, like we have a lot more skills that we have to worry about. So eventually on the loadout, we will need to set it up where we have things differently to not get messed up. So like Spiral Sword here, this will go away. And this I think I use Hone Slash just because it generally will always kill them. But yeah, we'll worry about that later. Anyways, Focus Sight. This is good, but we generally prefer Magic Conferral. So Focus Sight I'm going to set Combatant only if we're attacking a Scout. That way, we're guaranteed to hit them, and that'll help this team against stuff where they have issues hitting. Now, you could also do Focus Sight up against Flyers, which is generally pretty good as well. However, if we look at stuff like this, this is considered a range attack for Javelin, so it doesn't have the same ground-based accuracy problem that the other stuff is. So Chloe doesn't really have issues throwing a Javelin. The only person that has issue hitting flying units is Albin, and honestly that's okay. He's generally fine. So I'm fine with having it set just to Scout. And yeah.
Witness the might of an angel. I take to the skies.
We should... They will handle them.
Try me.
Yep. Get your EXP, please.
The hell?
Come here!
Not even worried.
How embarrassing.
And Rolf gets your level, so now this group's all
Keep
level
getting
16.
sharper. That went better than I expected.
And then I think we get there. We don't get there before reinforcements, but that's fine.
Blasphemous fool.
Wow, we actually don't defeat them all of a sudden. Interesting. RNG. The RNG. Oh, well, that's actually good. Yeah, I like this. We'll see why in a moment.
Give them all you got.
Yeah, Diurnal Guard, amazing. As we can see here, even if she gets hit, she's just now going to be like, yeah, I take no damage. Not no damage, but some damage.
Steady. I'm here to help.
And as you can see, 100% hit rate with Javelin, which is why giving you Focus Sight doesn't mean anything.
Faster than the wind.
As you can see, if she doesn't guard there with Diurnal Guard, she'll proc Accelerate. So she's still going to have 2 stacks of Accelerate as things miss on her. Then as we saw there, he missed against her. She didn't cast Accelerate again because she's saving her
Go on then.
passive point for her guard, which is really good. Now obviously,
Is yours.
I don't really need it anymore because of how the fight's going. There's no more attacks. We're going to kill this House Carl. He's not going to. That's why. I was like, how do we not kill this dude? Turns out you dodged an 80%. That's fine though. This actually works out in our favor because now I can withdraw you. I can deploy a lane closer.
Day will be ours.
And then I can Royal Order on Oclese to gain extra EXP.
My eternal gratitude.
Every little bit helps, and you can just go after this guy. You won't reach him in time, but
I'll not
yeah,
go
there
easy
you go.
on you.
And now she's going to gain quite a bit of EXP for this, which is really nice.
Sharpen your blades.
I have you. As it was written.
Yeah, about 1,500 EXP actually. It's really, really good.
In service of the crown. May the Father watch over us.
Excellent. And now we're going to, yeah, we can save. We're going to restore the town. We have quite a few more honors again, and we're going to promote a few more people. It's worth mentioning, like, the people that cost 50 honors to promote, while they are really, really strong to promote, I generally promote them later. And that's not because I'm against promoting them, but they're generally good enough as is, and they're unpromoted.
Weapons in all of Drakenhold.
Anyways, here you get a searing rapier if you want to have a sword that can burn, so you have more of a burn team with Auk, and you have a searing shield to prevent burn. But yeah, like Virginia, Elaine are generally pretty good in their base class before promotion, and like I said, they cost a lot to promote, so I don't usually promote them right away. We're also going to have to start getting mercenaries with some of our honors to be able to station guards, because we're about to run out of people stationed at towns. So,
Allow me, my prince.
yeah. Anyways, in the walled city here, we're going to go ahead and promote a few people. Like I said, Elaine's group, they're probably getting a promotion last. Like, if we look at this, like, Selvi, I mean, you gain a boatload of stats, but Virginia's probably going to be the next one to promote in this group. But when you look at them, 50 honors for that is a lot, so I'm not going to do that quite yet. So let's take a look. So, Group 5, Albin, unfortunately, you're probably not getting promoted for a while, because most of my other groups here kind of want people promoted first. Lex also probably getting promoted last. In his group, Morden, I definitely want promoted before level 20. I think we're going to pick up Renee first here. Let me see if I should be able to do 2. Yeah, we can do Renee plus somebody in group 3.
To forge a brighter dawn for Severus.
Alright, and then do I want to do Hawk, or do I want to do Berries? Or I could do Rolf. I mean, he could get the additional, but he has problems staying alive. Takes so much damage. What I could do, though, is... yeah, we could do this. Alright, so this is a good time. We're going to change some stuff around. So I will indeed promote Hawk first.
Have I always held such potential?
And we're going to set him up a little bit differently. I'll explain why after. So down here, alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get rid of this staff. Not get rid of it, but we're going to equip a different staff. I thought I had better staff. Yeah, we can do Carnate Rod, I guess, for damage. And then in the accessory here, we're going to equip... where is it? There it is. The first aid kit from... that Helm has. And we're going to say target... lowest percent HP. And this is going to help us give a bit of consistency. So if we look here, he has some really strong things later on, and Concentrate, which gives him a bunch of accuracy after using a skill. But right now, all of his passive stuff is based on these things. So he's going to have 3 attacks in a fight now, and then at the end of the fight, he will heal an ally. Magic counter, I don't, honestly, I'm going to be honest, I don't think he will ever use this, because most enemies aren't targeted to attack him. And if he gets hit by anything, he's, let's be real, he's 30 HP, he's probably dying. You're not that strong. So this should help this group out pretty easily in making sure that we keep our back row, Berenice and Rolf and Auk, full HP. Whereas Bruno will be fine, honestly, as his own. And then we also promoted Renee, so we can give you another accessory. You get a 3rd accessory slot here. I'm okay with currently how this looks for you. If we look at your skills, you gain something at level 20 and 30. It's worth mentioning, these are just more and more anti-cav type stuff. Griffin Glide, this is evade like Thieves, but then you also, it evades a range attack, and then you gain 1 active point. I generally don't have enough passive points to make this really work, but it's usually pretty good if you can use it. Fatal Dive, this is a column, and this deals damage equal to 50% of your Griffin Master's HP. So this is really good against armored units. Basically, we'll always do, right now, 31 points of damage. It's not the strongest, but if you're up against like multiple hoplites and stuff, it's better than high swinging for like 2 damage. An aerial smite, this is just a better well, it's not even a better version. It's the same as high swing, but you now also remove one active point on any target that is at 100% HP when you hit them. So as a first attack, this is really good because you can wipe out a bunch of enemies being able to actually attack. If you don't immediately kill them, by the way. So yeah, it's pretty good. Anyways, your last accessory here, now that we have decent crit rate here, but I want to give you, what do I want to even give you actually? Normally a warrior's medallion is what I give you, but I want those on my warriors. So I'm probably going to give you a bit more evasion with a silk scarf, or you could do HP with the vitality talisman. That would also be pretty good. Or you can get a beret for more damage. We obviously have the pendants if I wanted you to attack more. I don't think I do. You're generally pretty good as is. We do need to consider who we're giving those to. Right now they're on a lot of our attackers, which is fine. I think I'm going to give you Prim's Vitality Talisman for the moment. I'm sure there's a better item to give you, probably plus damage, but it's fine. Who needs a Lapis Pendant at the moment? I don't think anyone at the moment offhand. You could use one. Not really. You only use 2 passive points in a turn or in a fight anyway. Yours is fine. Another Cavalier Call would be hilarious, but is not needed. You don't need one. You can't use one. You don't need one. You could use one, but you don't. And it's probably worth mentioning, like, I will probably take some of these silken scarves off eventually as I go through things eventually. I think we're giving it to Joseph again, right? Yeah, because nobody else really needs it quite yet. At least not in my active groups. Oh, and then the Carnelian Pendant. Who are we giving that to? I'm fine with you only having 2. Your thing is already kind of supporting how that goes. I like the leaf brooch here, just so you can keep HP. I like you having pursuit, honestly. Yeah, I don't really want to give it to you guys because you already have stuff. Yeah, I don't really have anyone I want to give the Carnelian Pendant to. Obviously, giving it to literally anyone is probably worth it. I'm going to give it to Liza. I want you in a group soon, but I don't have you set up in a group yet. So we're going to make an actual group. This group is fine, like this Monica group. I probably should be using them. And then at the moment, I'm kind of okay with how it is. Like the EXP you gain from it. Yeah. I should use this group more. This group honestly is pretty good. It has decent cav. Oh, I need to change your thing anyway. I haven't even changed your stuff. Yeah, let's fix this. Lowest percent HP, obviously. Lowest H, not highest. Lowest. And then row heal again. Again, not highest. Lowest percent. Magic barrier. This. Yeah, I don't think I need to change it. What does Miriam have it set up as? Oh, lowest magic defense. That's what it was. Which in this group is Gloucester. Which that's fine. Yeah, everyone else is honestly pretty set up, so. You probably want a Lapis Pendant as well. Yeah, because Monica can heal in this group if we need to. But I guess if you don't use Quick Reload, you can also help heal. You have another shield I can give you. Yeah, you can do two more damage. You have stun and burn immunity. You just shoot more times. You have burn and poison immunity. The desert bow, I think, is still fine. We get a better bow eventually. Yeah, like you could even use this one and not use the... I am actually going to do that. We don't need to use the... This is a cav unit. I don't want you fighting air units at all. Attack and crit rate against flying targets that already have miserable attack rate. So you can just use this for the base passive point, which is really nice. So then she is guaranteed to basically use a quick reload. And then medical aid at the end if we really need it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it says here in the details, if you look at class trait, 2x damage for bow against flyers. And the same thing here, 2x damage against infantry, so it does tell you what it is that they do. So like, whereas a lot of them are... Yeah, 2x dodge against grounded melee. Yeah, as we look at griffins, they do so much damage. I think that's all of the ones. But anyways, yeah, Liza, this group I do want, because these, at least these three. Renault probably won't get used long term, but Liza, Gloucester, Monica, they're all going to get used in 5-man groups. Melisandre also will get used in a 5-man group. And probably Prim, I generally end up using her. I am generally using all of my clerics, but there are characters later in the game. I think this is probably the only knock I have against the game when you're setting up groups is most of your groups you're going to make early in the game. So like if we look at Elaine's unit, we have Clive's unit, like these groups are kind of defined already and kind of what they do. So by the time you get the ability to add a 5th unit, you're probably like 40-ish% of the way through the game, maybe a little earlier than that. But a lot of your groups, a majority of your groups are already going to be defined, and this is what I want them to do. And that will become somewhat of a problem in that as you get new units, more unique type units in the later countries, it's going to be harder to fit them in your groups without just dismantling entire groups and starting over from scratch. But then you have to say, all right, well, let's use Clive's. His is probably the most polarizing. His unit is amazing against infantry. They do so much damage. They double damage against infantry. They have plus 80% attack while attacking infantry with their calls, assaulting lance. Basically, they take very little physical damage with Hodrick up front. They do an absurd amount of damage to enemies, to infantry units in counterattacking. Basically, the only infantry they don't do well against is hoplites and armor units. But all the other infantry units, they just mow down. If I, later in the game, dismantle this unit because I want to use some of the other units from the other countries that we haven't gotten to yet, that are much higher level, so like, as we saw in Bastoria is level 25 to really even get in there. And then there are, Albion on the far west, whatever, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Albion over here, this is like level 30 something. Elheim down here, this will be the next country we go to. This is like level 18 to 20 to start around in here. By the time we get to Albion, like your level, like the people roaming the maps in Albion are level 30 plus, 30, 35 range. So the units you get here, you get so late in the game. Most of your units are fully defined. So if I dismantle Clive's unit and I replace them with a new one where I get units from Albion, they have to be a unit set up to be really anti-infantry if that's what I want them to do. And that's not always easy to do when, you spend most of the game, you're used to Clive's unit, how he functions, how he handles enemies, and now you're going to have to change that entirely. I'm going to try my best to make sure that I have space in my units for people in these other areas, but I think this is the one thing that I find the game lacking is it's hard to continually make new groups, because as you get towards the end, you want more defined groups in what they do, and Sometimes that means you're not adding a new unit that doesn't really help you with what you're trying to do. This is a problem, I guess. It would be nice maybe if this game, which I don't know if it does, maybe there is a modded version out there, where it had a randomizer in what characters you got, because that would make it a lot more fun in, hey, I have, you know, we get an angel unit early, Ecclesiar, but like maybe if we got one of the elf units early or one of the Nestorius units early, like it would change how you make your groups, basically. But that's okay. We'll worry about that later. Like I said, oh, do I have enough actually to, before we head out here? I don't know if I probably don't. Yeah, I don't quite have enough. I was gonna say, I don't know how many I have. I can take a look, I guess. Where is it again? Oh, here it is. Drakenhold. Yeah, we're not close. We probably won't get enough until towards the end of this country. A little unfortunate, but is what it is. You get access to that black market vendor. And yeah, so we're next time we're gonna take on this one, the Champion of Order. It says level 13. I assure you, it's much harder than level 13. I always struggle with this one. The enemies here are pretty tough, and it's a pretty decently sized map. But then, yeah, then after that, we'll head towards the Colosseum. So, Paladin today did really well. Got a bunch more units promoted. Super happy with that. And work on this next time. So, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.